Hello to all of you dear friends. I hope you are all well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to channel, Freedom in Humanity. This video is the third part of Theology. Please stay with us until the end of the video. Golden Sentence. Knowing the pure God is the highest knowledge. Golden Sentence. Theology is the most virtuous science. Tip. Know yourself before stepping on the path of God. Because the first step in the way of God is to know God. Golden Sentence. God created the hearts with His will and love and the minds with His knowledge. Golden Sentence. I marvel at those who see divine creatures and doubt the existence of God. 8 proofs of the existence of God are found in words. Number 1. Reason for rationality, the rational reason for proving God. Number 2. Reason for nature, the natural reason for proving God. Number 3. The reason of the truthful, the existential reason for proving God. Number 4. Proof of order, the ultimate proof of God. Number 5. Proof of causality, the cosmological reason for proving God. Issue 6. Proof of miracle, the reason for the miracle of proving God. Number 7. Proof of occurrence, the reason for the proof of God. Issue 8. Argument for the termination of intentions, the reason for breaking the proof of God. Argument of rationality or rational precaution against the existence of God. One of the ways to know the existence of God is the rationality of believing in God. This reason is summarized as follows: believing in God and His supplies is more reasonable than not believing in God and its supplies. To explain this reason, it is necessary to recall a few introductions. In general, human beliefs and worldviews are divided into 2 categories based on their acceptance and denial of the supernatural. 1. Divine worldview. 2. Material worldview. In the material worldview, there are different sects and tendencies, but they all have in common in the denial of the existence of God and, consequently, in the denial of the hereafter. There are also different tendencies and branches in the divine worldview, all of which are common in the belief in the existence of God. Monotheistic religions are the clearest manifestations of the divine worldview, all of which share 3 general principles. Belief in the one God. Belief in eternal life for human beings in the hereafter and receiving the reward and punishment for the deeds they perform in this world. Belief in the resurrection of the prophets from God to guide mankind to the ultimate perfection and happiness of this world and the hereafter. Of course, based on the belief that man with intellect alone cannot reach the peak of salvation. In His 5th book, the Quran, God said, "God has sent down to you the book and the wisdom, and taught you what you did not know." The meaning of the sentence is, O Prophet, you, who are the noblest of creatures and the leaders of human beings, God gave you a book and wisdom and taught you what you could not learn. Therefore, the human intellect alone, without the help of divine revelation, cannot achieve salvation. Therefore, man is faced with 2 beliefs. One is the belief in the existence of God and the other is the belief in the denial of God. The reason of nature for the existence of God. There are two types of ways to prove the existence of God. One is the way of the universe and the other is the exquisite way. As God has said in his 5th book, the Quran, we will soon reveal our signs in the various horizons and in their hearts, so that it may become clear to them that he is the truth. The way of the universe is to realize the existence of a wise and capable creator and planner by observing creatures and contemplating the occurrence and possibility and order of phenomena. The exquisite way is that when man meditates on himself, he finds that he has a direct prior knowledge of God, and he bows before such a God, who is absolute perfection. The exquisite way is called the way of nature. Meaning of nature. The word fitra basically means the beginning and the beginning, and for this reason it is also used to mean the creation, because the creation of something means the creation of that thing and the beginning of the existence and realization of that thing. The naturalness of theology. Both the narrative reason and the rational and philosophical reason are presented for the innate nature of theology, examples of which are mentioned here. Narrative reason for the innate nature of theology. We have all known about God before, but we have forgotten it, and the divine prophets have come to invite us to reflect on the universe and the exquisite to become aware of this innate knowledge. In other words, the divine prophets did not come to say, "O people, know that God exists," but they have come to say, "O people, know that you know God exists." As God says in his 5th book, the Quran, so warn that you are the only warner. Short story. The world is asked, "Have you seen your Lord while you worship?" He replied, "I do not worship a Lord whom I have not seen," and when they ask, "How did you see him?" he says, "The eyes do not understand him when they look at him, but the hearts and minds see him with the truths of his faith." Golden sentence. I see God in my heart, that is, my heart sees in the truth of his faith. Tip. Man has been created in such a way that in the depths of his heart he has an existential relationship with God. If he puts his heart and soul right and finds his way to the depths of his heart, he will find this relationship and, in a sense, he will witness God, because it has been proved in philosophy that a disabled person who has a degree of celibacy will have a degree of present knowledge of his existential cause. Thank you dear friends for watching this video. Please say the following sentences to yourself. Valuable sentences. Whatever wants to happen, let it happen. The important thing is that I maintain my happiness. I do not do anything that upsets others. Be happy in any case. Freedom in humanity. Please support me by subscribing, liking, activating notifications for future videos, your comments, and introducing this channel to your friends.